to this vlog. In this vlog, we'll be talking about my life struggles, and my first life struggle is my fertility struggle. Um, as a wife and a young mother, I always had the dream to have at least 2 or 3 kids. But for the longest period of time, I'd struggled with conceiving. So this video that I'm going to be posting today has got clips from like 2 years ago, a year ago. I'll be giving you what happened from the time I started to conceive and my failed conceptions and all that other things that came in between. So if you are someone who like that kind of content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. It's a new channel. We promise to give content that is raw, that is truthful, that follows my life as Alice. These vlogs will follow me as a Zimbabwean vlogger, my lifestyle, whatever I do. I'm also a chef. I will take you through my business as a caterer and all those other things. So let's get into this vlog. Um, I had my first child when I was 20. Then it wasn't even hard to conceive this child. So it was really a struggle for me to fail to conceive after marriage, because my first child just came like, I didn't even know that I was pregnant until I was like 3 months gone. And then now that I'm married and we wanted to expand, it didn't happen. So I got married 2015. 2 years later, I fell pregnant. No, it was a year later. I fell pregnant that next year, July. I went for my first booking and it was confirmed that I was pregnant. And then after it was confirmed, in this side in Zimbabwe, you can only register your pregnancy when it's 3 months. I don't know your side how they do the ANC stuff, but the side antenatal is only registered when you're 3 months. So 12 weeks later, I was supposed to go and get my registration going on Wednesday. It was a Monday. I started cramping. Real bad. I called my husband. I told him, he was working night. I told him, I'm not feeling so well. I think I'll go to the hospital tomorrow. I went to the hospital. They told me we need to do another test. They did a test, confirmed I was pregnant, but they told me, let's go get a scan. I went for a scan. The pregnancy was still there at the time. And then I was told that I was having some issues with the pregnancy. So I was just given an envelope and they said to take to my gynae. When I got there, I started actually spotting. The spotting just couldn't stop. I started spotting. The next thing, I knew something wasn't right. I went home, started bleeding out. It was terrible. The pains were unbearable, everything. Fast forward, after that ordeal, we worked through it. I sought counseling. I did every medical procedure that I needed after losing that pregnancy. I had my home cleaned and all that. We started to try for another baby. We couldn't conceive. From 2016 till 2021, we just couldn't conceive. I used all type of pills that I could get. I had fertility pills and all that stuff. I know here in Zimbabwe we don't have IVF yet, because someone will say, why didn't you opt for IVF? And I don't have the money for such a procedure. Like I said, I'm not a rich person. I'm just someone who comes from humble backgrounds. We're not mbingas, like we say in this country where I come from. A rich person, they call them mbinga or something. I'm not anything like that. So it was really a challenge for me, because now that I'm in the marriage, I just can't conceive. It was really hard for me. Then 2021, I'm a blood donor. I also linked some videos of how I actually find out that I was pregnant. As a blood donor, you do some tests before you give your blood. So pregnancy test is part of it, like with the STIs and all that. They also test you for those things. So I got a letter from my daughter, and they said, Alice, you need to come to the office so fast. The first thing that comes to your mind, oh my God, this and that. Because the only time that I tell her something will be wrong with your blood. So you always know that it's either you were infected with something or whatever. So that was a scare for me. Oh my God. Thank God nothing like that was there. When I got there, my daughter told me what I did was dangerous. I should never do that again. I said, what did I do? He said, why did you donate while pregnant? And I was like, who's pregnant? And he's like, you are pregnant. I'm like, me? He's like, yeah, you're pregnant. Actually, you're far gone. You're like 2 months gone. I'm like, but I'm still getting my period. And he's like, it's not possible. You're pregnant. So we got a test. I and my sister went to our nearest 24-hour hospital. We went there. They confirmed it. I was pregnant. Still didn't believe it. I had to call my mother, and then my mother was like, just be sure. I called everyone. I was telling everyone I was so happy about this pregnancy. But I'll drop another video for the reactions I got from both sides, my husband's side and my side. The reactions were confusing for someone who had like a 10-year, 9-year spacing. I wasn't expecting the reaction that I got, but that's for another time. But for this video, now you're going to see clips that I recorded like a year ago. You will see how I went on with the pregnancy after I found out that I was pregnant. You will see me packing my bag. You will see me actually going for my labor, and you will also see me having my second baby.